What's up, everybody? Hope you all are having a great day or had a great day. um, these 3 a.m. shifts is like working till 3 a.m. These shifts are like wearing me the fuck out. I'm gonna have to do a video one day and let y'all know like what goes on at work when I'm there. It's the shit that I see in that place is just whoo. I gotta let y'all know one day. I might do it this weekend maybe. Um, but getting into this episode of GH, listen, I'm gonna need everybody to band together at this point because I feel like that's the only way that they're all gonna take Victor down. Like when Laura and Valentine head back to Port Charles, I'm gonna need for them to team up with excuse me. I'm gonna need them to team up with Holly, Mac, Robert, Felicia. I'm gonna need everybody to team up. It's the only way. If all of them unite, they could take Victor ass out because Victor is holding all the cards right now. He got everybody by the balls right now. Like all of them. He got them right where he wants them. And it's sad that Holly has to lie to Robert. You know what I'm saying? But in a way, she's doing it to keep everybody safe, including Robert. Because if she doesn't do what Victor want her to do, which is spy on Robert and give Victor updates on his movements, like what he plans on doing, then pretty much he'll either kill Holly or he'll hold her captive again because he pretty much, I guess, bought her basically from Rudge because Rudge was the one holding her. And Victor somehow got his hands on her, I guess, because of Rudge or whatever. He must have paid him off, did whatever he did, bargained for her, whatever. So he's pretty much either going to kill Holly or keep her captive or kill the person that he has because he reminded her that she left somebody behind. And if she don't do what he say, that person could end up, dead pretty much. I think it's Ethan. At first I was thinking Luke, but I think it could be Ethan because Holly pretty much told Victor, like, if you harm that person, then I'm going to kill your ass. And I feel like it's Ethan that she's talking about. I would love to see Ethan come back. Honestly, I would love it. I would be here for it. I think Nathan Parsons, I think his show Roswell, New Mexico on the CW, I think that got canceled. So if that show got canceled, I could definitely see, GH snapping him back up. I wouldn't be mad at it. I think he could be useful on the canvas again because I always liked the character Ethan. I think he was a good character. So basically, Victor told Holly that once Anna is convicted of Lucy's death or whatever, I don't believe Lucy's really dead, but once she's convicted, then he'll let Holly be free. I wouldn't trust Victor. His word don't mean shit at this point. I would not trust nothing Victor say. That's why I feel like Holly needs to go to Robert, let him know what's going on, and they need to pull the wool over Victor's eyes at this point. Like, it's better to work with everybody. 2 heads, 3 heads are better than one. I'm just saying, I understand she's trying to keep everybody safe, but keeping them out the loop is doing more harm than good. You know what I'm saying? So I think she just need to clue Mac and Robert and everybody in on this, and they just keep it on the hush and figure out a way to, get the goods on Victor and knock him down a peg or two, to get out from under him. Because, like I said, he got everybody right where he wants them, like a chess piece on the chessboard. At this point, he's just moving everybody around the way he wants them. So I was loving that scene though with Holly and Robert. And she, came up with some excuse because he dropped her off at her room, and that's when she went to go meet Victor. So she came up with some excuse talking about, I went to go take a walk, whatever. I love that kissing scene between them. I said, it's about time. It's about time y'all start canoodling again. But Robert is not stupid, though. Even he was telling Mac that he felt like something was off about Holly. Like, he couldn't put his finger on it, but he knows something ain't right with her. So I'm pretty sure he gonna probably try to keep a closer eye on her to figure out what the hell going on with her. I felt bad for Diane though, because you could tell Diane is really jonesing for Robert at this point. Like, I think she's starting to like him. And when she asked him to have a drink with her and he couldn't, you could see how disappointed she looked. Like, she looked sad about it. You know what I mean? I felt bad for Diane. Diane is a catch. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if they gonna put her with Robert eventually, but she's a catch. Like, Diane definitely need a man. I'm not gonna say she need one, but you could tell, like, sometimes your life get lonely. I mean, yeah, she got money and stuff. You know, she's a high powered attorney. She's an author. You know, she make good money and stuff like that. But shit, money can't cut her your ass at night. I'm just saying, like, she gonna need somebody at some point. Um, I'm just saying. So anyway, I love the scenes between Robert and Mac. I always do. Like the brother scenes between them, I love it. When, you know, Mac was filling Robert in on Cody and the DNA test, I love the way Robert responded to the shit. He done smacked Mac upside his head, you know, for keeping him out the loop on this. And I don't blame him, because I'll be the same way with my brothers. Like, you don't keep me out the loop on important shit. I don't care what I got going on in my life. Like, if it's something important going on in your life, you need to keep me in the loop. Why I gotta find out all late and shit? I would have popped him upside his head too. I'm just saying. So, you know, Mac is excited about the possibility of being Cody's father. You know, he even told Felicia, he said, I'm looking forward to being his dad, you know, if that's the case. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to see Mac get hurt. And it's clear as day that Cody is up to no good. So I definitely don't want to see, you know, Mac get played. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see that, because Mac is a good dude. So Robert was pretty much filling Mac in on what he's trying to do for Anna. Like, he's trying to find a judge, you know, that's willing to give her bail and shit, because he feel like if she's convicted and she goes to Pentonville, they can't do shit for her in Pentonville. They don't have no connections on the inside to protect her. They can only protect her from the outside. So he's trying to figure out a way to, you know, get a judge that's willing to get the bail. It's not going to be easy. You know what I mean? It's not going to be easy. And now that Holly's feeding Victor this information, Victor is going to block him at every turn. Like, Anna's pretty much fucked at this point, unless they all band together and put their heads together to figure out how they're going to usurp him. Because they're going to have to do something. Laura and Valentine need to hurry they asses up back to Port Charles, because Robert and them need some help. They need some backup here. Like, we losing against Victor right now. We need some reinforcements at this point. That old bastard is winning. Like, he winning a little too much now. We got to turn the tables on him. So anyway, moving on from that. I still want to know, like, what's going on with this Mason Austin storyline, because now Mason is pretty much telling Austin, oh, you got another patient and the boss wants you to deal with it discreetly. Like, is he a mob doctor or something? Because that's what it's looking like to me. Like, he's working for the mob or something. Like, he, you know, patch up mobsters and shit, like little soldiers and stuff. I don't know what's going on with Austin, but this storyline is dragging right now. Like, we need some movement. Like, we really need some movement. You know what I wouldn't be shocked about? We do know that the boss is a woman. And clearly this looked like it's a mob doctor type thing. What if the boss is Jennifer Smith? I just had that thought, because she is running around. You know what I mean? Like, I think last time we heard from her, she was back in LA or going back to LA or something like that. Like, she's running some West Coast syndicate with somebody. So I wouldn't be surprised if his boss was Jennifer. It's right up her alley. I wouldn't be shocked. But we need to get this storyline moving. Maxie done ran into Mason and Austin talking again, so I think Maxie gonna start getting suspicious now. Cause this ain't the first time she done seen them huddled up, you know, like talking and being around each other so much. Speaking of Maxie is going through hell right now. Like, she is doing her best to stabilize Deception at this point, because Deception is about to take a nosedive if she don't make some quick decisions. Because with Lucy being shot in MIA and Valentine still not being around, the investors are starting to get a little antsy. Like, they're not sure that the company is stable enough or is a good investment for them. So if they pull out their investments and stuff, Deception is going to be broke. Pretty much, Deception is going to go down. So Maxie's doing everything she can to try to, you know, make sure that shit don't happen. But she going to need some help. You know, Sasha coming in there trying to help. And Diane gave some good advice. You know, she was like, shit, move some stock options around. She was like, you know, all the partners need to take a pay cut for a while. You know what I mean? To help save some money. You know, she gave them a lot of great ideas and stuff like that to cost, you know, to cut costs, so that way they don't have to worry about the company nosediving. But of course, since Sasha is under conservatorship or guardianship or whatever, she can't make these business decisions. Gladys has to make decisions for her. And of course, Gladys wasn't on board with some of the stuff that Maxie wanted to do. But, Sasha had to convince her, like, listen, if we don't make these decisions, there's not going to be a fucking company. So I totally agree with Maxie and them. Like, they were getting kind of frustrated with Gladys because it's like, yo, we got to make moves. Like, there's not going to be a company soon if I don't make these choices right now. Like, we got to keep these investors. We got to cut costs. We got to do what the hell we got to do. That's why I feel like Maxie should be a CEO, because I do feel like Maxie handles her business, you know what I'm saying, better than the actual CEOs do. Like, when she's in crisis mode, it's like she batten down the hatches. Like, she just goes in head first. Like, she attacks these problems. It's hard, but she gets it done. You know what I'm saying? Like, Maxie's that go-getter. Like, look at what she did with Crimson when Nina was away and all that type of stuff. She held Crimson down. So I'm not surprised that Maxie's taking charge pretty much of deception and holding that down. Maxie is a natural born CEO. You know what I'm saying? I always felt that way about her. She was more than just a fashionista. Like, Maxie has what it takes to run a corporation. And I feel like when Lucy does come back, I feel like Maxie needs to at least be a co-CEO. I think she's a creative director and president of the company, but I feel like she needs to be a co-CEO because I feel like she earned it. I feel bad for Gladys though, because Gladys has lost a grandchild. She lost her child. Like, I just feel like she seems lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, she lost in the sauce at this point. Like, she don't know what to do with herself because she felt like she didn't do right by Brando, so she feels like she got to do right by Sasha now in memory of him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad she's thinking like that because I'm glad Gladys turned over a new leaf. You know what I'm saying? It needed to happen because you didn't do right by your son in life, at least do right by him in death. You know what I'm saying? Like, stand up for his widow. So anyway, moving on from that. BOQ is working my damn nerves with this Chase business. Like, she could clearly see that he does not want to be a pop star. She keeps trying to convince him that this is the new career, like this is what he should be doing. It don't matter what she say, this is not his passion. Being a cop is his passion. And he keeps telling her that. Like, this is temporary. Singing is temporary. I want to wear my badge again. I want to solve cases again. That's where his passion lies. And she needs to respect it and stop trying to hold him back. Because it's selfish. And it's fucked up. So they get introduced to this new girl that Link wants Chase to do a song with or whatever. Some girl named Blaze. I forgot her real name because she did tell Chase what her real name was. But by sitting there, BLQ and Chase pretty much observed that Link is a pervert. He is. He a little perv. Like the way he was touching her hand and stuff like that. They noticed the reaction from Blaze. Like, she's not feeling that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's manipulating that girl. I feel like he's trying to abuse that girl, take advantage of her. I feel like that's exactly what Link's trying to do. And even Chase got that feeling that Blaze is not feeling Link at all. Like, she don't like him at all, even from that conversation that he was having with her. But BOQ, honestly, she about to fuck up a good thing. Like, you got a good dude, you in a stable relationship, and your foolishness and your selfishness is gonna cost you that. Like, let that man go back to being a cop. That's what he want to do. Music is your passion. Music is not his passion. You know what I'm saying? She needs to respect that, or she gonna find herself by herself. I'm just saying. So anyway, moving on from that, Curtis is still waiting on his genetics test or whatever. He's still waiting on his genetic test to see if he was predisposed to schizophrenia or whatnot. So him and Portia started talking about kids. Excuse me. They started talking about kids and whatnot, how many he wanted. Because at first that fool said 6. I'm like, yeah, okay, you better try another number. You better lower that shit. Yeah, I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm like, shit, you better lower that number. So then he started talking about 3 kids. I'm like, don't get me wrong, Brooke Kerr looks very good for her age. Like, the actress who played Portia, she looks damn good for her age, but she almost 50. Usually, when you play a character, the character is usually a little younger than the actor or actress that's playing the character. So Brooke Kerr in real life is like 48. I'm assuming Portia has to be maybe 44 44, 45 at best, somewhere around there. I don't see her at that age pushing out 3 kids. I don't see her doing that. Little do Curtis know he may already have a child. And I can't believe the gall that Portia even has to be sitting there talking about kids when you know that you pretty much already have a child with him and you're not telling him about it. You got to have the balls the size of grapefruits to have that kind of conversation knowing the secret that you're keeping. Like, you got to have huge Matumbo balls to sit there and have that kind of conversation, like, without even batting an eyelash. Like, she ain't got no shame about her shit. I'm like, so you got a child with this man, allegedly, and you're talking about having more kids with him without telling him about the one that you already got with him that's damn near 20 years old. You a bold ass person. I'm just saying, you bold. That's some bullshit. So she got an email from Olivia basically telling her that they had a cancellation for Valentine's Day at the Metro Court. So if she wanted to book the ballroom or whatever for her wedding, she can. She didn't think it was feasible to plan a wedding by Valentine's Day, to have a Valentine's Day wedding, because that's literally 3 months away, and she don't think she could plan a wedding that fast. I'm like, Miss Portia, welcome to Port Charles, where people get married fast. I'm like, they don't do long engagements. I'm just saying, if you think you were going to be engaged for a year, guess again. And, you know, Curtis pretty much told her, listen, we going to get married on that day. Like, we got to, you know, we going to make it happen. I don't understand when Jordan brought Trina home and she told Portia and Curtis about the connection between the hook killer and Trina. Why did Portia seem surprised by that? That's what I don't understand. Cause I could have sworn weeks ago she was the one who put 2 and 2 together that the people that were getting hooked were all connected to her daughter. Portia's the one who put that together. So why, when Jordan confirmed it pretty much, Portia seemed surprised by it? I'm like, who the hell wrote these scripts? Because I'm like, do y'all not know the dialogue that y'all had a few weeks ago? Because if you're sticking to that dialogue, then you really should have wrote that Portia shouldn't have been surprised by that. I'm just saying. Because Jordan pretty much putting everybody on notice like that they need to be more cautious. Because she was over at Carly's house or whatever, aka Sonny's house, letting them know like they shouldn't go back to PCU, at least not in person. Like, they shouldn't be at the dorms and stuff like that, staying in the dorms, because it wouldn't be safe for them to do so. Because Jocelyn is sure that Esme's doing this, but Jordan couldn't be so sure because she was like, oh, we got evidence that she's not even in Port Charles. I'm like, Jordan, evidence can be fabricated, and that evidence was obviously fabricated. Y'all didn't check to see if that was legitimate or not? I'm just saying. Y'all didn't run the IP address. Y'all didn't fly somebody down there to look into it or whatnot, show some pictures. Y'all didn't, you know, email some pictures of Esme to the local authority out there. Like, y'all didn't do none of that stuff to confirm that she's somewhere out there. Y'all just saw a Facebook post or something that Victor posted for her on her social media and went with that. Like, oh, that's where she is. No, you got to do a follow-up. You got to make sure that's actually where she is. My thing is, since Jocelyn got to stay at home now, when Sonny moved out of that house, did he leave the guards? Because remember, that house was always, you know, guarded 24/7. So I wonder, when he left and gave the house to Carly, did the guards go with him? Because if Jocelyn's going to stay at the house, you're going to need security there. I'm just saying, you're going to need security every day if she's going to really feel protected and safe. I'm just saying. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Peace.